Hello, guys. How are you? All right. For today's session, we're going to see our second model, the different, well, there is only one grammar topic, as well as I'm going to explain the activity that you're going to be focused on to do during this term. Okay. Be aware about that. I hope that everything goes well, and we're going to start right now. Ok, vamos a mirar ahora el plan de formación y el cronograma de actividades para que ustedes lo tengan muy en cuenta. Recuerden las fechas de entrega que están estipuladas allí. So remember that, for example, for the four inventions we have from April, right, the 3rd until April the 10th. Okay, remember the hours like 7:59 a.m. nor p.m. All right, and also you're going to present or take a quiz about this model. All right, there is going there. Well, the days are going to be from April 10 until April 17th. All right. According to those days, you're going to send or to do the activities as required. Pretty much, we're going to focus for this model 2 on inventions, and according to the grammar topic, you're referring to passive voice in present, use of by, all right? You're going to maybe think about, okay, how can I use this passive voice? And we're going to see like the grammar according to that. Remember the glossary that you do for every single week. You're going to be aware about this, like the different words that you have to create 10 sentences in relation to these words. All right, don't forget it to do it. So, okay, right now we're going to start with passive voice. I'm going to explain how it consists on. Just focus on the way that you can create sentences. Don't confuse them, and we're going to see. Okay, right now, let's start. En la voz activa, nosotros sabemos que el sujeto es la persona que hace la acción y es en quien recae como tal dicha importancia. A diferencia de la voz pasiva, que es el tema que nosotros vamos a trabajar, en esta el objeto de la oración es quien toma esa posición del sujeto, es decir, a la que se le da importancia. That's why, so, in passive voice, the most important thing is the object, on the contrary of active voice, which is the subject, all right? We're going to see one example right here. And let's see. Active voice. Egyptians built the pyramids of Giza. Right there. Tenemos que los egipcios construyeron las pirámides de Giza. Como ustedes pueden ver allí, los egipcios hacen referencia al sujeto, es decir, que la persona que está haciendo la acción. Tenemos que ellos fueron quienes construyeron esas pirámides. But in the passive voice, the most important thing is the object. Since is the object, we're referring to the pyramids of Giza. So, the pyramids of Giza were built by Egyptians, right? Ok, en este caso entonces vamos a intercambiar el orden de. Como lo intercambiamos, tenemos que dar en cuenta que la parte gramatical, en este caso el tiempo que nosotros estemos utilizando la voz activa, va a ser diferente de la voz pasiva. Ahí es donde debemos de ser muy cuidadosos con dicho uso. So, the pyramids of Giza were built by Egyptians, right? Right there, as you can see. So, by, we use by to talk about the person who was the painter, who was the builder, the creator about something, right? Pretty much. Entonces, en este caso, los egipcios, quienes construyeron las pirámides, van a ir ahora al final de este enunciado. Entonces, vamos a poner el by para referirnos de esta manera a ellos. Aquí en este caso, built, in this case, what is the tense according to it? ¿Cuál es el tiempo gramatical en el que se encuentra este verbo? En pasado simple. Como tenemos acá el pasado simple, en el caso de la voz pasiva, vamos a colocar no solamente este verbo que de hecho se escribe de la misma manera, pero aquí en esta parte va en pasado participio. Entonces, ¿cómo sabemos que un verbo va en pasado participio? Porque hay una lista de verbos que nosotros encontramos en internet, donde primero tenemos presente, luego pasado y luego pasado participio. Entonces, esa última lista la vamos a tener muy en cuenta para la voz pasiva porque va a ser delimitante. All right? So, the pyramids of Giza were built by Egyptians. Other thing that we add is word. It's the verb to be of this word. Entonces, otra cosa que agregamos es el word referente a ese pasado simple, ¿sí? Junto con el verbo. All right. So the pyramids of Giza were built by Egyptians. This water is one of the examples. I'm going to show you more of them, but it's very important that you take into account the structure and that you don't get confused of that. The most of the times when we are talking in Spanish, we use active voice, right? But when in which cases we use passive voice? Like the most of the times that we use this one is when we really want to talk about an important object that was for us. For example, when we go to the theater or an art gallery, we can see different paintings, yeah, or different movies. And you say, oh, okay, like this movie was created by this person. Yes, you are referring more to the object than the subject. That's why we are talking about this grammar topic. Okay, let's see some examples. And you are going to take into account this George at the moment that you're going to create your own sentences. En el momento en que ustedes van a crear sus propias oraciones, van a tener muy en cuenta como tal este cuadro. ¿Por qué? Porque ya hay un ejemplo para cada uno de los tiempos gramaticales, tanto de la voz activa como de la pasiva. Es decir, para ver las diferencias que debemos tener en cuenta y para en sí mismo seguir las reglas gramaticales. So, the tense, we have different tenses. We have present simple, present continuous, present perfect, past simple, past continuous, past perfect, future simple, future with be going to, and modal verbs. Okay, basically that. So in the active voice, we're going to see like some sentences, and in the passive voice, we're going to see how we can transfer those sentences into passive, yeah, or what the correct way is to do this process. So in this regard, we have present simple. They speak German in Austria, right? Okay, they speak. Or here is in present. Right there, what is German? Alemán, all right? So in this case, it's a language. And right there, okay, how we can go or how we can transform this active sentence into passive. Now, German is spoken in Austria, right? Okay. En este caso solo tenemos la voz activa. En la voz pasiva vamos a tener en cuenta algo muy importante. Entonces, no solamente es necesario colocar el verbo en pasado participio, como les decía anteriormente, que la última lista que se encuentra dentro de la lista de verbos, sino que también vamos a utilizar el verbo to be dependiendo del tiempo. Es decir, en este caso, como estamos hablando del presente simple, vamos a colocar el is, ¿ya? Of course, because German is singular, that's it. Spoken, right? En este caso, este spoken hace referencia a el pasado participio de este verbo. That's why we have to use this verb. En presente nosotros utilizamos speak, verb past participle spoken. Entonces, algo muy importante, una recomendación para cada uno de ustedes es que accedan a internet y encuentren una lista de verbos que les permita, como tal, diferenciar entonces entre el presente, el pasado o el pasado participio. Entonces, recordemos que es la última columna, no el pasado. All right? Perfect. So, German is spoken in Austria. This object or this language, which is Alemán, is hablado in. Okay, that is like the correct way to say that. Present continuous. ¿Cuándo utilizamos el presente continuo? Cuando estamos hablando de una acción que estamos haciendo en el momento. So, as you can see right here, they are planting some trees. In this part, you can see in the present continuous, we have to use the subject verb to be plus the verb with ing. Recordemos que el verbo to be se tiene que conjugar de acuerdo al sujeto que nosotros tengamos. Como estamos colocando el they, por eso utilizamos are. Si tuviéramos he, we are going to use is, or she is, or it is, or we are. It depends on the subject. All right. Y el verbo siempre tiene que ir seguido por ing. It's a rule, yeah. So planting, they are writing some emails, they are listening to music, they are looking at the teacher, and more examples. All right. Passive voice. Now, some trees, en este caso los árboles o algunos árboles, están siendo el objeto de la oración, del enunciado. Por eso vamos a colocarlos en este caso en el enunciado de voz pasiva al comienzo o al inicio. Some trees are being planted. Ok, entonces vamos a tener en cuenta. Como sabemos que tenemos el or, porque lo necesitamos también para formar la voz pasiva, lo dejamos tal cual. ¿Listo? Si tuviéramos acá el is, acá iría el is o el am. Luego vamos a colocar el verbo to be seguido por ing, porque estamos diciendo que algunos árboles están siendo sembrados o plantados. En este caso, por eso debemos de dejarlo con ing. Están siendo, right? That's why. Entonces, tenemos or, then being. Siempre vamos a colocar being y luego vamos a agregar este verbo que tenemos acá con ing, lo agregamos en pasado participio. So, some trees are being planted. Sí, les voy a dar otro ejemplo. Si en ese caso tuviéramos is y acá looking, for example, entonces diríamos acá is been y luego looked, que es el pasado participio. Entonces, este verbo que tenemos con ing lo vamos a convertir acá al final como un verbo en pasado participio. En este caso, tenemos verbos regulares y irregulares, es decir, que los regulares se les agrega solamente ed tanto para formar el pasado como el pasado participio, a diferencia de los irregulares que cambian totalmente. Entonces, el planted es un ejemplo de un verbo regular, a diferencia de spoken, which is a verb, which is an irregular verb. Okay, so far so good? Good. Let's continue. Present perfect. Someone has eaten my muffin. Ok, estamos diciendo que alguien se ha comido mi mi ponquecito, we can say that. So my muffin has been eaten by someone, right? So right here, en este caso estamos diciendo que alguien no sabemos, por eso no es necesario colocarlo al final. Sin embargo, si ustedes quieren poner el by someone, it is possible to do that because you are referring to the person who is doing the action, right? Recordemos que en esos ejemplos no vemos el by, pero como les había dicho anteriormente, el by hace referencia al sujeto que se mencionó en la oración activa. Entonces, by Egyptians, right here, by them, because we're talking about they, by them, yeah? By him, by someone, by you, right? Okay, so right here, entonces tenemos el has, que hace parte de este tiempo presente perfecto, lo vamos a dejar de la misma manera. Si acá dijéramos they have eaten, so we're going to put they have, okay? Lo dejamos tal cual. Luego vamos a poner el verbo ser o estar conjugado de esta manera. ¿Por qué lo tenemos que conjugar de esta manera? Porque siempre para formar la voz pasiva debemos hacer uso de este teniendo en cuenta el tiempo gramatical en el que se encuentra. Entonces, en la voz activa tenemos has eaten, ese verbo en pasado participio. Asimismo, vamos a conjugar ese verbo ser o estar en pasado participio, que en este caso es been, ¿ok? The past participle of this verb. Y luego vamos a enfocarnos en eaten, en este verbo. Como ya está en pasado participio, lo colocamos de la misma manera acá al final, ¿ok? Entonces, siempre tenemos en la mayoría de los casos, o tres palabras o dos, dependiendo del tiempo gramatical. All right? Let's go with another example using present perfect. They have, let's see, they have drawn a beautiful picture. And we're here. A beautiful picture has been drawn by them. Okay? All right. So past simple. Right here, we are going to see those two sentences. They closed the road for a day, right? Entonces, es pasado simple. Sabemos que este verbo es un verbo regular, por eso lo tenemos seguido del de solamente. Ahora vamos a colocarlo allí teniendo en cuenta la voz pasiva. So, the road was closed for a day. ¿Necesitamos el verbo to be? Claro que sí, pero conjugado en pasado. That's why we use was. And later on, we're going to use close in past participle. Recordemos que este verbo, tanto en pasado simple como en pasado participio, se escriben de la misma manera. Por eso lo encontramos de esta forma. ¿Ok? Later on, we have the past continuous. Past continuous. He was not feeding his dogs. His dogs were not being fed. All right. So, according to it, as you can see right there, we have wasn't feeding. Okay, the verb in past, verb to be, and later on we have the next verb followed by ing. Now, his dogs is the subject that we're using in this sentence. So we put right here at the very beginning of the sentence. Later on, we're going to put were not. Ok, ¿por qué ahora vamos a cambiar? Si tenemos acá was, porque ahora estamos refiriéndonos al objeto. Como este objeto está en plural, porque estamos hablando de los perros de él, es decir, de sus perros, his dogs, that's why the reason that we're going to use were, okay? As as you can see right here, since this sentence is in negative, we have to put not. All right, his dogs were not being. Ok, ¿por qué lo colocamos de esa manera? Porque estamos trabajando el pasado continuo como en el presente continuo. Entonces, si vemos acá tenemos el being y acá el being. Obviamente cambia el or por el were porque uno es presente continuo y el otro es pasado continuo. Pero eso lo mantenemos de la misma manera, siempre, ¿ok? Y luego vamos a enfocarnos en el verbo que tenemos acá dentro de este tipo de oración, que es feeding, que es alimentando. El pasado participio de ese verbo, which is in person is feed, in past participle is fed, ¿ok? So this one is the grammar order according to the end explanation. Past perfect. For the past perfect, as you can see right here, we are going to use in the following way. Entonces ya vimos el presente perfecto. Ahora recordemos que aquí conjugamos el verbo have dependiendo del sujeto, pero en el pasado perfecto no. Para todos los sujetos utilizamos had. For he, for she, for it, for thee, for we, had. Someone had put out the fire before the fire brigade arrived. Okay? The fire had been put out before the fire brigade arrived. According to those two sentences, as you can see right there is only just something that we're going to put right here, okay? Because this verb is the same in person, in past, and in past participle. That's why. But if we had another verb, we have to conjugate, but it depends. So, the fire had been, okay? En este caso, vamos a colocar been de la misma manera en que lo tenemos en presente perfecto. La diferencia es que este es has y este es had, porque es present perfect y luego tenemos pasado perfecto. Y recordemos que el último verbo, put out, ok, como en este caso del pasado perfecto, en la oración activa, nos piden de una vez que lo coloquemos utilizando el pasado participio, asimismo lo colocamos acá. Sin embargo, recordemos que el put es un verbo que se utiliza de la misma manera a nivel escrito cuando hablamos algo en presente, algo en pasado o algo en pasado participio. It's in the same way that we use for all of these tenses. So in the future simple, it referring to that's something that we're going to do later, yes? We have two ways to use some things, but it depends on our intention. If we want to express that we want to promise something or that we really want to do something or yeah, just it just depends on that. In this regard, we have the future simple using will or using be going to. There are two options. Let's see the first one. They will find you for littering. You will be fined for littering. Porque en este caso, littering hace referencia a botar basura. Ellos serán multados o ellos te multarán por botar basura. Y acá decimos que tú serás multado por botar basura. Entonces, tenemos el sujeto, ok, they, en este caso es they es el sujeto, you es el objeto. En la oración de la voz pasiva vamos a colocar el you como el objeto, luego el will, in the same way, will, luego vamos a agregar be. Entonces, will be siempre debe ir de esa manera en una oración afirmativa cuando estamos hablando en futuro simple, ¿ok? Will be. Y luego nos enfocamos en el verbo. Find is in present, but in past participle we have to use find. Es un verbo regular, solamente le agregamos la D. But if we had another verb, it's going to be completely different. They will paint, for example. So they will be paint a painting. A painting will be painted for this person or by someone. All right. Future would be going to. They are going to raise taxes. Taxes are going to be raised. Remember something. Right here we have are going. We bring the same way right here. To raise and to be raised. ¿Ok? Entonces, en este caso tenemos, estamos diciendo que ellos van a incrementar los impuestos. Acá los impuestos serán incrementados por ellos, by them, for example. So, taxes, okay, are going to, siempre, el going siempre va seguido por el to, para que ustedes no lo olviden. Y luego tenemos el verbo. Este verbo que tenemos acá, raise, lo vemos acá al final, que tiene que ir conjugado en pasado participio. Pero antecediéndolo tiene que estar el verbo to be, como en todas las otras oraciones que vimos anteriormente en voz pasiva. Como tenemos el to, generalmente cuando tenemos to hacemos referencia a un verbo que debe ir seguido por infinitivo, es decir, el be. Entonces, siempre que ustedes vean allí una oración con futuro, be going to, entonces van a cambiar, digamos que la primera parte utilizando pues el sujeto que ustedes, el objeto, perdón, del cual ustedes estén hablando, el verbo to be conjugado. That is clear, so that's why we have or, but if we have something singular like car, we can put is, right? Later or going to be. Siempre va a haber estas tres palabras de la misma manera, ¿ok? Going to be. Y luego van a conjugar el verbo en pasado participio. Finalmente tenemos los verbos modales. There is one example according to modal verbs. There are more modal verbs. Yes, of course, we have should, we have would, we have other. But according to this active sentence, we're going to be focused on the grammar that we are going to use when we're going to transform this active sentence into a passive sentence. So you can solve the problem, okay? The problem can be solved. In this part, as you consider here, this can is referring to the modal verb. Later, we have solve, which is the singular, which is the present of this verb. But in here, we have in past participle. Como es un verbo regular, solo le agregamos la D. En este caso vemos que tenemos el verbo to be, que siempre tiene que ir, como lo he mencionado anteriormente. Entonces tenemos the problem can, the same word, later be, es decir, que estos dos siempre se van a mantener de la misma manera mientras ese sea el verbo modal principal de la oración. Y luego tenemos acá solved, conjugated this verb using past participle, ¿ok? But if we had, for example, another modal verb like should, you should exercise, right? Entonces, si tenemos el should exercise, en este caso vamos a decir que should be exercised, okay? There is going to be the way that we're going to use. Okay, remember this chart, remember the explanation, just look at those examples, but also you can find in a web platform other examples that you can take into account at the moment you're going to start doing your activity. We are going to practice a little bit more according to this topic. En este tema es muy importante que ustedes reconozcan y recuerden la estructura gramatical de cada uno de los tiempos gramaticales, debido a que de esta manera va a ser mucho más sencillo elaborar una oración en voz pasiva teniendo en cuenta la voz activa. All right, let's practice. Rewrite sentences using passive voice. The first sentence is they carry a bag. Okay, as you can see right there, we're going to go back to the chart and we're going to identify which is the tense this sentence is referring to. This sentence, carry, is the verb. This verb is in present. That's why we're going to use present simple. Okay? So they carry a bag. Okay. Which is the subject, which is the object of this sentence? The subject is they, ellos, and the object is bag. Okay. En este caso, una maleta. So, as you can see right here, now we're going to change it into passive voice. We're going to start with the object, a bag. Ok, entonces sabemos que a bag. Luego de a bag, ¿qué vamos a colocar? Recuerden allí, tenemos que colocar el verbo to be conjugado. Como es singular, vamos a decir is. Y luego, este verbo que tenemos en presente lo pasamos a pasado participio. So, a bag is carried by them, por ellos. Este they hace referencia a un sustantivo. En el caso de que lo colocamos al final de la oración, que digamos por ellos, tendría que cambiar un poco la forma escrita, que sería by them. Entonces recordemos acá, tenemos verbo to be conjugado, verbo en pasado participio. De la misma manera lo vamos a modificar acá. Ahora vamos a ver un ejemplo de otra oración que utiliza un verbo modal. So, a modal verb, according to this sentence, it is should. Somebody should do the task. Okay. This one, somebody, alguien, no sabemos específicamente quién, pero este vendría a ser el sujeto del enunciado y task vendría siendo el objeto. So, the task, la tarea, deberá ser hecha por alguien. En este caso, vamos a mirar acá. Entonces tenemos can, el verbo en presente, pero vamos a modificar este can por should, igual a can, should. Entonces tenemos el should, el be, siempre va a ir, y el verbo que nos compete en este caso, que es el do en pasado participio. So, the task should be done by somebody. Okay? Done is the past participle of do. All right. So remember to practice, remember to look at a list of verbs, and that is going to be easy if you just put into practice like this explanation and you take into account more examples to do the activity, you have to send it to me. Perfect. Okay. Recordemos que ustedes pueden encontrar dentro de contenidos de la asignatura, módulo 2, Inventions, actividades evaluables, las dos tareas que deben realizar para este módulo. La primera, Inventions, which is a foreign that I'm going to explain a little bit later. And the second one is the quiz talking about passive voice. All right? So, actividades evaluables. Entonces, desde el día de ayer hasta el 10 de abril, ustedes tienen plazo para hacer esa actividad. What is the idea according to this activity? You're going to focus on use passive voice, okay, which is our main topic according to it. Later on, you're going to use those topics explained in the folder material de estudio que lo encuentran dentro de la plataforma. You're going to see more examples, more explanation as well according to it. Also, you're going to take into account the technical or specific vocabulary related to inventions. Okay, focus on it. No tell me like other kind of vocabulary because this one is going to be the main topic in regards to this month. Entonces recuerden que el vocabulario específico a los inventos es el que ustedes deben de colocar para la creación de dicha actividad. So, what is going to be the idea according to it? You're going to go to this web page that is right here. Just click on there. So, by using the structures for passive voice in the modules PDF, you're going to construct a task wondering about the way how words of NAS were designed. So, right here, then we're going to go to this web page, which is I'm going to show you that you have like more explanation in regards to it. Okay, in this web page, you're going to find 25 incredibly useful inventions you didn't even know you needed. Okay, there is the name of the invention and there is the picture. You have 25. When you go to this one, you're going to choose like different inventions, the most you like. When you choose them, yes, some of them are very fun. When you choose them, you're going to go back, go back to the, okay, go back right here, and you're going to start creating your own presentation, okay? So, what do you have to send? Your presentation should include both text and oral part. Yes, there is going to be like the way or the 2 points that I'm going to take into account at the moment I'm going to evaluate this part or this activity. Your presentation should be uploaded to gonimate.com or another tool that let me listen to you and watch the task you wrote. So you can be very creative when you talk about this invention. You can write like different sentences, but the idea is that you take into account this passive voice, that you go to this web page and later that you create this presentation. Recuerden entonces que la presentación debe contener tanto la parte escrita, haciendo relación a las oraciones en voz pasiva de acuerdo a los inventos que tenemos allí dentro de esta página, pero también tienen que grabar el audio pronunciando dichas oraciones. That is the idea according to that. Okay, your presentation should include at least 10 word structured phrases using passive voice, all right? This one there is going to be the number that you're going to be focused on. Recuerden que son por lo menos 10 oraciones bien estructuradas utilizando voz pasiva. Voz pasiva. En este caso, trata de hacer uso no solamente de oraciones que estaban en voz activa en presente simple, sino también pueden utilizar verbos modales, oraciones utilizando el pasado para que se mismo conforme la voz activa, ¿ok? Or other tenses, present perfect, present continuous, past continuous, and so on. Remember that the resources that you have right there in the platform are the following. You have the material de estudio, the PDF. You can see more examples. Base de datos en línea de la UMB right there as well, yes. And also this herramienta web, which is Ganymede, or you can choose other one if you feel more comfortable to use it. This one, okay, is our first activity invention, wondering about the way how word of next inventions were designed. Ok, recordemos que acá el tema hace referencia a los inventos, entonces la idea es que ustedes piensen cómo dichos inventos fueron diseñados. Algunos de ellos, como son objetos extraños, tal vez digamos que no vamos a encontrar la información en español acerca del procedimiento. Otros sí. But the idea that you wonder, que ustedes adivinen, que ustedes averigüen el por qué, cuál fue el proceso, right? And then you start creating those sentences. The requirements, I'm going to take into account, as I said before, the task, which is the written part, as well as the oral part, okay? Also, if you use this web page or you use another word where you include your voice. At least 10 word structured phrases using this grammar topic. So for this one, I'm going to take into account the grammar, if you use coherence among the sentences, if you use the format required, if you include your voice, and all the aspects mentioned before. Okay, the second activity that it's going to be graded, or it's right here, the quiz about passive voice. Okay, be prepared for that. And finally, you can find right here more activities to do, more activities to practice, which is our bibliography according to that. So you can have more information about this topic in here, which is this one is a very useful web page as well as this one. Okay, so you can go there and you can just check your information, your knowledge, and practice. So thank you for your attention, guys. I hope that you had a great day today. If you have any question, you can write an email for me. that is over here by the platform as well. Okay, so see you next time and have a great day.